Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. A handoff. It's Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defense is in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Lance. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. The Niners at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Charger 16. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Lance. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Since you took me to the practical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now a play fake. Lance. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. It's a pickup of 6. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Throwing now is Lance. And pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll hand off here to Eckler. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Herbert now. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert, this is swung out to Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching their bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Lance looks to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lance going to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A final shot before half for Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here. To throw, it's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And Lance now to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the... How about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Forced out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards there, a big one. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Let's go.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they faked the handoff. Now Lance. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Play action, now it's Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission. And
the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden chain.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll buy some time right. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, Lance. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout. Now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a good play, but he could not pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert now. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was meant to be. And time is run out now on this game. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the